So what we have here is a track-only race switch set for the Ducati Panigale V4. So only track-specific functions are retained, while the turn signals, high beam, and daylight and hazard buttons are eliminated. We have evenly split the function load between the right and left switches, so this looks better. Your cockpit looks symmetrical, and ergonomically wise you have the same load between the left and the right hands. So we're going to start with the left switch over here. I'm going to fire the dash, fire the bike. So logically, the left switch takes care of the bottom left dash menu over here. So you can cycle up, you can cycle down, you can select. So this is very self-explanatory, very intuitive. There's no way you can make a mistake over here. I'm gonna exit. This button right here takes care of the launch control, and then this button is your lap passing. So for track riding, this is how you set your lap finish line. If you have DDA, Ducati Data Acquisition GPS model, you only have to do this once, then it will be done automatically. But if you don't have that system, you're going to have to push the button every time you pass the finish line, and which means that you have to press it quickly, and it has to be very convenient for you. And this is the natural resting position for the thumb, so that's where we place this button. The right side switch, you have your usual engine start stop, run stop button. The black button takes care of the starter. And you have up, down, select to navigate the quick change menu. There you go. You can cycle between the functions, you can select what you want to change, you can adjust it, and you can do this on the fly. Again, easily accessible with your thumb, no way to make a mistake. Up is up, down is down, select in the middle. This is how it should be on a track bike. With the OEM setup, you have all these functions focused on the left side, and then the right side you just stop your engine. So there's level of confusion, you know. You have the same, all the dash functions focused on one side. So we think our way is better, more intuitive, and safer and more reliable. Less room for mistake. Quickly, we would like to describe why our stuff is better than everything else on the market. There are a few other brands that make switches for this bike. First of all, we use only military-grade components for our products. The buttons are military grade, the wire insulation and the wiring itself is also military spec. The switch housings are CNC machined from T60 aluminum, so they are very crash resistant. If you crash with OEM switch, this is just, the plastic is going to grind to dust, to nothing. This, you can just pick it up, dust it off, and it's still going to work. Inside the switch, all the buttons are potted with electrical encapsulation compound, so it's rock solid. So there is no way any wiring can come loose, or there's no room for failure in these switches. But this applies to all our products. Why this particular switch set is better than everything else is the way we placed the wiring. With our competitors, they place the connections where the switch plugs into the bike harness. It's all placed around here, around your fork leg. There's also an electronic controller that helps the switches communicate with your bike. And with our competitors, that's also placed around here, which can get in the way of other wiring, which can be damaged in case of a crash. With our setup, all the connections and the electronics that concern the switches is hidden right here underneath the battery box. It's all plug and play. It's super easy to install. All you have to do is unscrew 4 screws and get the battery compartment cover off, and remove the old switches and put these on. So there are no connections here. It's just single wire insulation going from the switch around the fork leg and underneath the this plastic key cover. This switch set is designed for Ducati V4 and V4S. For the V4R, we're gonna have a slightly different setup, where you're gonna have an extra button behind here, which is gonna take care of the pit speed limiter. This will still work on the V4R, but you're just not gonna have that function available. We are also working on a street version of this. You're gonna have 2 more buttons on the back of this switch and 2 more on the back of this, and that will take care of all the track and street functions. Once again, thanks to Charles at DB Performance. Appreciate your help. And you can buy this set right now at our website. You can see right here, apxracing.us. We would like to thank our dealers and our sponsored riders for support and representation of our brand. Thanks, and ride safe.